So the Xbox E3 conference just ended shortly, and before I get into anything, I just want to say that if you expect me to say much good about the Xbox conference, then you probably need to leave, because there's not much good that I have to say about this conference. It is possibly one of the worst E3 conferences I've ever seen, and I'm a big Xbox fan. This is very well known about me. I am a big fan of Xbox, so I'm not happy to say that the conference was not good, but it wasn't. Now, moving on past that, I am going to start off with what was shown that I thought was good. And that may not be a lot, but here we go. So, Battletoads was shown, and I thought it actually looked really good. Personally, that was the big announcement last year that I got super excited for. I love Battletoads, so to see them make a return, that's amazing. It's not something that I would have ever expected, and so I'm really excited about that. The art style was interesting. I liked what I saw. It had some 3D elements to it. It just looked like a really solid game and something that I'm personally excited to play. It has some 3-player co-op going on in it, which, that makes sense. There was 3 frogs or 3 toads actually in the original. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, it's just a game that I'm excited to play nonetheless. There was a few other cool announcements like this at the Xbox E3 conference, such as they did have Flight Simulator. I don't really have much to say about Flight Simulator since I have really no attachment to it. I mean, I know technically it's a popular game, but I'm not really excited for it per se. But it's cool to see it return. It looks beautiful. And then they had the Age of Empires 2 thing, which was cool. And I guess they actually showed a new studio whenever they announced Age of Empires, which they didn't really highlight this at all. But apparently they actually made their own studio by the name of Age of Empires, and they're going to be working on these games. So that's pretty cool. And they also announced the acquisition of Double Fine. Honestly, as soon as I saw Phil Spencer come out there with the shirt, he had a Brain shirt on, and I said right away, because I'm in a chat during this time, and I said right away, I said, they're going to acquire Double Fine. You can see it in his shirt. And then shortly after that, of course, they did announce the acquisition of Double Fine. And they have some really good games. Psychonauts is a great game. It's actually one of the better 3D platformers that I can think of. There's Broken Age, which is it's a cool little game. The art style, Tim Schafer is a pretty good developer, so having Double Fine, that's a big get from Microsoft, honestly. So there was that. There was a Forza Horizon 4 announcement as well, which it was Legos. I actually already expected this from all the leaks, and there was supposed to be another expansion with a licensed product. In Forza Horizon 3, we got Hot Wheels, and then in Forza Horizon 4, it looks like we're going to get Legos. It looks good. I'll probably actually get it. Forza Horizon 4, I've said this before, but I honestly do believe that it is probably the best arcade racing game ever made. It is that good. So I'll probably end up buying this. But as far as the rest of the Xbox E3 went, it was bad. It's not that they showed bad games. I don't want to say that they showed bad games, because that's not true. They showed plenty of good games. I'm super excited for Gears of War 5, or Gears 5, since they got rid of the of war part. I'm super excited to play Halo Infinite. They showed off Project Scarlet when we already knew the name, but they showed off Project Scarlet. I'm excited to hear about it. I'm still excited to hear about it. I'm still excited to see Gears of War 5, and I'm still excited to see Halo Infinite, because we didn't see those. This was the problem with the Xbox conference. Phil Spencer comes out to stage. He says, and I quote, "We have 60 games to show." Well, we didn't see 60 games. We saw about 60 CGI trailers or 60 tech demos. We didn't see games. We didn't see gameplay of anything. And to put this into perspective, Gears of War 5. By the way, Gears is my favorite franchise ever made. That is without a doubt my favorite franchise ever made. It comes out September 10th. They come out on stage. They show off a new game mode by the name of Escape. Sounds interesting. I still don't know what it is. I can guess what it is. The trailer, it gives you an idea of what it is, but we didn't see gameplay. Gears of War 5 comes out in 3 months, and we saw no gameplay. Then they come out and they talk about their next generation console, and we now know that it is more powerful than the Xbox One X. We know that it's supposed to have frame rates of up to 120 frames per second. Granted, I doubt if the developers will take advantage of this, but it's supposed to be a really powerful console. But again, they didn't really say much beyond that. We still don't know what Scarlet is, what the price is. We know it's going to come out in holiday of 2020, but that's it. Then they show Halo Infinite, the game that everybody's really been hyping up. I'm excited for this one. We have an insider of Clobril really hyping up this conference as if they're showing off some big Halo Infinite information. They showed a CGI trailer. I guess it was in-game engine trailer. Now, this game is going to release next year, obviously. It's going to release alongside Xbox Scarlet or whatever it's going to be called. We saw an in-game engine last E3. Fast forward 12 months later, and they don't even have us 20 seconds of gameplay. We see another CGI in-game trailer, right? That's it. 12 months, and that's what we get. These insiders need to stop. They need to stop hyping up these conferences. Insiders were everywhere saying there is going to be megatons at this conference. What megatons? There was a few games that was shown off that looked pretty good. And I forgot to mention this one, but Minecraft Dungeon, it actually looks good. I did forget about that. I'm not a huge Minecraft fan, but it looks like it's a good game. But it really was just close to 2 hours of CGI trailers. From Cyberpunk all the way to Elden Rings, which, by the way, I've talked about Elden Rings multiple times on this channel, and how George R.R. Martin and From Software is going to be working on a title together. And I told you guys that it was going to be a big open world and that they're collaborating with one another. And guess what? We still don't know more. I've known this for, 3 weeks now? 2 weeks? A month? I'm not even for sure. I've known about this game. And we literally saw nothing about it on stage. We pretty much saw a title screen of it. And that's it. I mean, that's cool. Confirmation that they're working together. And I think without the leak, it might have been a cool announcement. But again, this is the problem with this conference, is that it was just CGI trailers. It's not something that I want to see. It's one thing if they come out there and they say, hey, we're working on Banjo-Kazooie, which, again, that was something that I've been really excited about, and I've talked about multiple times on this channel, is I thought that there was going to be a Banjo-Kazooie announcement. And guess what? We got no Banjo-Kazooie. Now, granted, I hear that we still might hear something about Banjo-Kazooie at the Nintendo conference. But if that's the case, then it's more than likely going to be Banjo-Kazooie in Super Smash Bros. And that's cool and everything. I'll definitely play it and everything. I like Super Smash Bros. And I'd love to see Banjo-Kazooie in it. But I mean, I would really like to see a remake of the original Banjo-Kazooie games, or Banjo 3. That would be really cool. How come we haven't seen that? Like I said, this whole conference was a huge disappointment to me. I am an Xbox fan. This isn't just me coming in here and hating on Xbox. I thought this was a bad conference. I really did. And maybe you guys feel differently. And if you do, let me know your opinions. I'm not going to hate on your opinions. It's perfectly fine. If you like this conference, let me know. Tell me what you thought about it. Because, again, I did not like it. But, hey, that's just me. Maybe Sony was right about not doing a conference this year. This really seems like the transitional period from 2019 to 2020. I just thought that, since Xbox had their own stage this year, that they're going to go big. I mean, that's what we heard. They're going to go big. I didn't see it. I really didn't. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and like, and subscribe. Peace out.